From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. A run with a second-year man. That's Ramondre Stevenson. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. The Patriots are 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And he will have a Patriots first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here That sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. This defense for the Patriots, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrated because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Harris running straight ahead. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second down at 7. To throw is Fields. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Fields. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Montgomery back to the ground. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. On 2nd and 7, Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Takes it at the 7. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 123 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down throw. Fields nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they looked as well. It's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
That didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Jones on the return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give. This is Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 134 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. But right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Stevenson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Roquan Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Handoff comes to Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long. We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you got to figure, when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
They'll try the right side with Harris. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And this will be a Bears 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Montgomery on the counter. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down. Jones, he'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Roquan Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long.
Throw finding Thornton over the middle.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his man, Thornton.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Jones on 1st and 10.
Out route, and this is Henry with a catch.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Tyquan Thornton,
43 yards.
and the Patriots get a bit closer.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come in